Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome back to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. In our last segment, we just want to tell you more about OC Bridges, how to enroll in the program, and also do a call out for if anybody's interested in working for OC Bridges. Now, Ryan, I know you mentioned that during the pandemic, you were able to partner with Zuggy's, etc. And there's so many students, even during the pandemic, they have a place to go. But I think a lot of our organization, we have a hard time finding people to help us. What does that look like right now with staffing and student ratios?
We've been impacted pretty significantly with staffing.
Okay.
Naturally, this is a job that really caters to people that want to help individuals. During COVID, we had a lot of closures where we had to go via Zoom,
Yes.
go remote, provide at-home packets, and as much as it helped out to continue maintaining the relationship, it didn't make the true impact as it does in person.
Okay.
And so COVID really affected us because the people that got into this industry to help people,
Right.
they lost that connection because they're behind a screen.
Right.
So we are still looking for staff. We are still employing individuals and trying to really bring back all of our students that maybe are still home. We have a few of our students that are still home or still receiving different remote services.
Okay.
And it comes down to employment to bring them all back. Yeah.
You know, I know that when we talk about asking people inviting people to work for OC Bridges, my first question is, what kind of qualifications do you need? Are the entry-level positions? Because maybe sometimes you might have a retiree who wants to help out. Are you open to volunteers? And what are the qualifications to work for OC Bridges?
Yes, so the qualifications for OC Bridges, honestly, it's 18 over, high school diploma, or further education.
Okay.
And we provide all the other training. We provide training so we provide training in the sciences of applied behavior analysis.
Right.
We provide crisis prevention training. And then we obviously show you the magic behind what we do, which is really the way that we are involved with our individuals. And nowadays it's being unplugged and sharing your time with them.
And what if if there's a student or somebody that wants to volunteer? Is that there are volunteer options for OC Bridges?
Yes, so there's definitely opportunities for volunteering. Obviously, their workload or their responsibilities are different from the typical, what we call our positions as a skill development therapist.
Yes.
They are more an assistant to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can be of assistance to them.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Thưa quý vị thấy đó là OC Bridges là giúp cộng đồng của mình rất nhiều, mà thiệt ra cũng cần cái sự giúp đỡ của quý vị. Trước nhất Ryan nói đó là cũng có một cái position là volunteer, cho nên quý vị có dư thời gian muốn giúp mấy em đây để cho tạo ra công việc làm thì quý vị cũng liên lạc OC Bridges. Cái website là www.ocbridges.org, là OCBRIDGES.org. Mà Ryan nói đó là trong cái mùa Covid cũng phải chuyển qua Zoom thì Ryan thấy là cũng vài cái nhân viên của họ cũng nói là lose connection, là chừng nào mình không có gặp mấy em đây trực tiếp thì nhiều người không có cái cũng hơi quen cái sự cần cái mấy em đây cần sự giúp đỡ thì Ryan nói đó là hiện tại cũng vẫn khó khăn tìm người để cho giúp thêm về mấy em đây. Rất nhiều em muốn học, muốn vô ghi danh cho cái chương trình đây, mà chừng nào thiếu thợ thì có thể không có thời gian có nhiều cái position hoặc cái lớp để cho tạo ra được. Thì chừng nào quý vị thấy em nào mà 18 tuổi lớn hơn, có bằng high school với muốn có công việc làm, đây là cái paid position, là cũng liên lạc OC Bridges để cho họ giúp. Anh Ryan nói đó là cái chương trình đó kêu bằng là skills development, sử dụng cái phương pháp mà ABA là chỉnh hành vi của mấy em đây. Tại nhiều em mà bị tự kỷ hay bị khuyết tật, có thể mà họ muốn làm, họ muốn có công ăn việc làm mà họ không có cái khả năng với không có cái người mà kiên nhẫn cầm tay hướng dẫn giúp họ. Thì Julie thấy đó, chừng nào quý vị thấy quý vị có cái niềm thương cho mấy em bị tự kỷ ha, chậm phát triển, và mình cũng có cái kiên nhẫn thì có thể quý vị tìm công việc làm ở OC Bridges. Website một lần nữa là ocbridges.org. So I'm trying my best to kind of explain to people that, if you have a love and a passion to help people, if you have some free time, you can also, come by, because, 18 years old and a high school diploma, that's not a lot to ask. But I think a lot of times, even at 18 years old, you have all these skills that you can model for these adults with disability.
Our younger generation is actually, nowadays, we're noticing that they're ahead of it for the job. I mean, they're bringing the energy level. Like you said, sometimes we refer to a lot of our clientele as kids.
Right.
And it comes to the energy level. They maintain a youthfulness, and I think that having a young core staffing really caters to that, where we can keep up with their youthfulness, but they have skill sets that can really be teachable, like safe internet usage, the beginnings of how to make meaningful relationships, even if it's in the dating world.
Yes. Now, the more I sit down and I get to meet Catherine, I get to meet Jimmy, I just feel that they have so much to offer to the world. And what I know as a therapist myself, as a speech pathologist, we work with what they like, their interests. And from their interests, we can guide them to finding jobs and positions that is, first of all, meaningful, exciting, and then that gives them a sense of purpose. Now, Jimmy, I want to learn about you. What do you like to do in your spare time? You mentioned something about trains during the commercial break.
Yes, I did.
Well, tell me a little bit about that hobby of yours.
Well, I use a soldering iron. Sometimes I get one good soldering iron from that one to another. When it's broken, I get a replacement one.
But what do you build?
I rebuilt the trains from parts.
Okay.
Like motor mod them, and then like light modifications.
Okay.
Like, like when you put a train with a light plus a battery pack itself. It makes the light go brighter like that. But like LED lights, like the brightest ones, like when you add a 3-volt battery pack to any kind of battery pack you want to that one.
Now, where do you learn about how to do all this?
YouTube.
You learn everything on YouTube?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Now, what about you, Catherine? What do you like?
I like, I did used to play kickball before. I never played kickball before.
So you like sports?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to do gymnastics as a little kid growing up. I soccer. My brother did wrestling and soccer, and I did swimming and bowling. I did a whole lot more sports than my brother did. My brother Jeff did soccer with me, and he did no bowling, but he did wrestling.
But wouldn't it be cool if we can find a job, related to the things that they like? Like Jimmy likes trains, and she seems like she really knows her sports. Now, how do you guide these students? And what is your best advice to parents who are sitting at home watching this show, and they're not putting their child or in the program? Because, for us as parents, no matter how old our kids are, we'll always be their parents. Well, they'll always be our children. But what is your recommendation to the parents who's watching this show, who's trying to figure out how to get their kids out of the house, how to get their kids employable, how to give their kids purpose?
I'd say reach out to your child, reach out to the individual themselves, and let them guide what they dream of doing.
Good. Now, Jimmy, we're going to close the show right now. What would you like to say to the audience?
Thank you for having me on, and I really appreciate you all.
Thank you for coming on the show. Catherine, what would you like to say?
Thank you, OC Bridges, for having me come be part of your family at OC Bridges today. I learned a whole lot from Ryan, Prez, and everybody at OC Bridges. I love everybody, and I wish I could get a shout out to my boyfriend, Hunter T.
Pretty cool. You just did it.
I love him so much.
Oh, now tell me, what's the last thing you want to say as we close out the program?
If you're interested in having an individual join our program, we are a vendor with Regional Center of Orange County. Reach out to a social worker there, and we are an approved vendor for them.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for being on the show. I learned so much, and I'm excited to have you guys maybe join our next events when we do an OC Autism event, or whenever I have a chance to come by and see all the amazing things you guys do.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Julie, cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV. Quý vị thấy đó là mỗi người mà có tự kỷ hay chậm phát triển, họ có rất nhiều niềm vui và họ có rất nhiều ý kiến. Chừng nào quý vị thấy con của mình có tự kỷ hay có cái khó khăn gì đó thì mình cũng phải nên nói chuyện với họ, mình thấy họ thích cái gì để cho mình giúp cho hướng dẫn cho họ. Ryan nói đó, chừng nào quý vị có con bị tự kỷ hay có con chậm phát triển mà trong cái chương trình của Regional Center cũng có thể quý vị liên lạc cái chương trình đây. Cái chương trình đây là miễn phí lúc mà quý vị con của quý vị là consumer of Regional Center. Một lần nữa cái website là www.ocbridges.org. Julie cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV đã luôn luôn ủng hộ chương trình Kiến thức y khoa gia đình và xã hội. Hôm nay mình có thời gian nói chuyện về cái công việc là inclusion, làm sao mình giúp cho mọi người được có cái cuộc đời ý nghĩa trong cộng đồng của mình. Thêm nữa, Julie muốn nhắc nhở quý vị, khi nào con mình bị tự kỷ hay bị chậm phát triển đó, mình cũng phải nên dẫn em ra ngoài, dẫn đi chơi, dẫn đi du lịch. Mà chừng nào em lớn tuổi rồi mình cũng có tìm cái trung tâm nào hướng dẫn em để cho có cái cuộc đời rất ý nghĩa, và cũng có hy vọng tìm công ăn việc làm luôn. Julie cảm ơn quý vị khán giả, chúc quý vị rất nhiều sức khỏe và may mắn. Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV.